Exactly. I mean, Jared Payton did not have a bad college career because he didn't start off with the University of Miami. He transferred there, and he was 1,000-yard rusher in his season with Miami Dolphins. I mean Hurricanes. But what you said, you watched him and you had expectations of him because of his dad. He was Walter Payton's son, and then he decided to play running back. So you was like, oh man, he finna get it in, because his dad was who he was. Didn't turn out that way though.
We live.
It was very disappointing. Good morning, gentlemen.
We live, baby. Good morning. Good morning. We already got the heavy conversation going on in debates. How y'all boys doing this morning, man? This is another episode of Family Talk. Let's discuss it. The Family Barbecue, episode 9, season 4. How y'all boys doing this morning, man?
Doing good, man. I'm great. I love waking up to a good sports conversation, man. Starts the day off right.
It does. It kind of get the juices going a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, good debate.
What's up, Mike?
I'm fact checking. He in fact did not make 1,000 yards. He had 985 in his final year after being at the University of Miami for 4 years.
Oh my God! Okay, man. So 985. He didn't get 1,000 yards.
He had
Sorry, Mike. He was 15 yards off, man.
I'm saying that 1,000.
One carry away.
From his average, he was 4 carries away at 3 yards and some change.
Oh my God! Listen, this is Family Talk. Let's discuss it now.
My bad. So
we gonna move along. This is your boy B.
I don't want, man. Jody can't take my stats, man.
To my left, we got Nick the Legend. Right under Nick the Legend, we got the MJ Skywalker, the unhinged mastermind that is one of the half of an unhinged podcast. And then you got inmate 012477, the political prisoner. Telly, Uncle Pudge, Mr. Who Loves Your Baby, the man with many names right below me, man. We finna jump into this intro.
That's what got me locked up.
We finna jump into this intro real quick. Let y'all file in so we can get ready for the show. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. Y'all can pull us up on YouTube with the live stream, on Facebook with the live stream. Y'all know if y'all miss the live streams, y'all can hit us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and also newly Amazon Music. So we're finna tap into this intro real quick. We'll be right back and we'll jump right into that mental health. All right, it's definitely all good. We know it's all good. We still want to just appreciate and acknowledge Tony Ultra for our music that stands behind a lot of our podcasts, man. So shout out to Tony Ultra. Y'all can find Tony Ultra on all the major platforms as well. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. He has all his music on all the musical platforms as well as Spotify and Apple Music. So y'all tap in with Tony Ocha.
Is the
Shout
voting
out to
still going on?
I don't think it is. Well, I think it's still going on, but it moves to a certain tier. So I think that first tier is done. At the time when we was doing it, he was number 11. So, and then I think I remember him telling me that he has to be at least 15 or 13 or something like that to move to the next part of the competition. So, and I haven't talked to him this week. So when I talk to him, I get some more information on it. But
Because I voted.
I voted too. I think we all voted. But
I did.
yeah, definitely. Shout out to Tony Ocha. Shout out to our other brothers of the podcast, Nate the Great, Chef Jim Beasy, and Coach A. You know, shout them boys out too. But let's get into that mental health chat real quick. All right. Mental health chat. We do have some people in the building. Drop y'all mental health chat. We want to make sure we tap in with the family and make sure everybody is feeling good mentally. And this is our safe space to talk about anything we need to talk about, what happened maybe during the week, what we watched on TV, the summer league games with Ronnie James, anything y'all have that y'all want to get off y'all chest, man. So we're gonna start with the legend. We already know what he finna say.
You already know. I woke up, so you already know.
We're gonna start with the legend.
I'm on 10.
Yeah, it is. He on 10. He on 10. Why you on 10, Nick?
I woke up this morning. I get the opportunity to do good, to do bad, to argue, to breathe, to walk. I get an opportunity to do a lot. So
yeah,
I can't take it for granted.
Can't take that for granted. Absolutely. And MJ Skywalker. Mental health chat 1 to 10. What's going on with you?
It was a 5, but Christy ain't gonna force me to the gym this morning, so we at like an 8-9.
Well, she been forcing you to the gym?
Every time she come over here, she's like, "We need to go to the gym." So now she ain't forcing me to go to the gym today. So it's like an 8-9.
Oh, good for her. Good for her and you. I'm proud of that.
Don't encourage that.
I'm not encouraging. I just said I'm proud of it.
I like that for you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that for you. Perfect. Inmate.
Yeah, man. I'm at a 10, but
the guard
I mean all that barking. They must be doing a contraband search. They tossing sales around here.
Hey, long as you got a 10, just keep it.
Yeah, because my cell is clean.
Quiet down back there.
Yeah,
I know, and the door is closed and everything. You know, the cell door is closed.
You live
I
on
know.
the podcast. You need to calm down.
The warden out there riling them up or something, man. And
I see.
Searching cells.
I feel it. And I'm on the 10 as well, man. Excuse me. I woke up this morning as well. Anytime I feel what Nick be saying. Anytime you get the opportunity to wake up for another day, that should put you on 10 and be appreciative.
Alrighty, man, because you get the correct mistakes from the past.
What'd you say, Nick?
So how can you be mad on anything but 10 when you wake up?
That's what I'm saying. Somebody didn't wake up this morning. This is a real thing. Somebody didn't wake up this morning, unfortunately, because God's will is God's will. But when He allowed us to see another day, why am I upset? And why I can't be on 10 if He allowed me to see another day? So
there we go, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's that thinking right there.
Here, real quick, got Megan in the building. What's good, Megan? What's up, auntie? Christy says she good morning. She is at a 9. He will go when I'm not here, though. All right, we're not gonna put y'all business out here in the live stream.
They put their business out.
Business, right? They put their business.
Hey, she made a comment, so I'm mad with that. That's because I leave when I get ready to. Not. Well, you done? Well, let's do 30 minutes on the treadmill. Oh, come on.
Yeah, so like I said, y'all keep that to yourselves. That's what goes on y'all
Man,
personal life.
at least
No,
you can do 30 on a treadmill. I wish I
no,
could do 30 minutes.
I ain't got no problem talking about my domestic violence over here. I'm getting abused. Send help, y'all. What's the son? Help me.
Hey, it must not be abuse because you still in it, my boy. You still rocking with it, so it must not be.
No, he got
this.
battered. He got battered guy syndrome.
I
That's
got
why.
battered guy syndrome. That's what's wrong with me.
Whatever.
He's gonna get battered right now.
Let's jump into this conversation today, Mr. MJ Stokes. What you got? What you got for us on the docket for episode 9, season 4?
Well, it was a very controversial question. Should abortions be legal for victims of rape, and should abortions be legal just in general? So that's the conversation.
That's the conversation, man. The conversation, and I want everybody to jump in. People in comments, y'all jump in, man. Y'all talk to us a little bit and let us know how y'all feel about this abortion thing, man. So abortions, first and foremost, how y'all feel about abortions? Let's start right there, man. Inmate, how you feel about it?
Well, since I was a young guy, I've always been against abortions. And that was just me going on feelings. But as I became older and start thinking about it, I go past feelings and still think abortions should be, oh man, it's a tough one. Illegal, I don't want to say illegal but they should have, my stance now is that the guy himself should be having a in such a thing because, growing up and as throughout the years, I've seen women just have abortions, as a form of birth control. They did the deed and she came up pregnant. Oh, I can go get an abortion. But the guy was like, oh, I'm happy to be a father. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, so I'm not ready to be a mother. Abortion. And then I seen it where a guy would say, well, I'm not ready to be a father. And she still had a baby and the man on child support and all this shit. So abortions, yeah, man, such a hot button topic, but I don't believe in them. I don't believe in abortions because, I love being a father. And if I get you pregnant, that means we did a deed without protecting ourselves, both ways. So we have to, for lack of better words, suffer the consequences of our act. Why kill a life? Because, we were reckless. So, hey, when you reckless, things happen.
All right. So, Mike, your feelings about abortions. We finna get into this conversation. We can just
I'm all,
get into this conversation.
I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, your decision does not affect how I feel about it morally. You know what I'm saying? Like if you as a woman are in a place where it's just like, I don't want an abortion, then who am I to talk you out of it? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that for a lot of men. I feel like this conversation for men in general is an asinine conversation for even men to even have a say so, for the simple fact that you are not a woman. You don't have to be pregnant. And a lot of the times a lot of men sit around and be like, oh, I want to have this baby. But it's like, do you understand that a lot of women have difficulties in pregnancy? Like having a baby is something that puts a woman's life on the line. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes women don't want to take that risk. And it's like, as a man, we don't have to take that risk. So it's like for you to sit there and be like, well, I want you to have this baby. What if that woman don't want to put her life on the line for you? You know what I'm saying? Put her life on the line.
Hold on, let him talk. Let him talk to
I know, I'm going to let him talk. Because I'm finna burn him. Hold on.
How you gonna burn me?
I'm finna burn this brother.
Just because you had sex with somebody and y'all didn't use a condom doesn't mean this person should be forced upon this responsibility. You know what I'm saying? The same way we as men sit here, like as a man, if a woman does some grimy stuff, right? It's like we gotta take that L. Be like, oh, well, you should have knew the person. As a man, maybe you should have a conversation. Be like, hey, if you get pregnant, are you gonna want to keep it? Nah, if I get pregnant, I'm gonna want to have an abortion. Then maybe as a man, you should back off and be like, all right, cool, I can't mess with you then because I want a kid. I'm in that space. So there is a conversation to be had. But at the same time, it's just like, especially for like black women have been dying left and right having babies. So for you to sit there and be like, oh, I want you to have this baby. It's like, nigga, you ain't got to be pregnant. You don't have to have this baby. You don't have to go through these issues. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
All right, hold on. Before I let Telly cook, it look like he over there putting it together. I'm gonna let Nick speak on it real quick. Nick, what's your thoughts on abortion?
Yeah, I don't like the abortion thing. It might change. I think they should have a voice when it comes to them being sexual assaulted. But as far as just having the ability to have sex and you know the consequences of it, and then say, hey, my body, my choice, that sounds like the dumbest thing ever. My body, my choice, but I'm gonna choose to have a baby. No, I'm gonna choose to have sex with can produce a baby, but then now I want to have to take responsibility if I get pregnant. So that is just something I just don't understand.
Perfect. Now let me get my take on it. I'm not for abortion. However, when it comes to being sexually assaulted, that is one thing that I think should be mentioned in those type of situations. That's basically how I feel on it. I'm not full of it because I'm with Nick. And I tell my kids and I tell people all the time, the consequences comes with every decision that you do. Good or bad. Usually you decide, and you know the consequences of having unprotected sex. Not just with abortions, but with diseases and everything that goes with it. But you know the consequences, and to Mike's point that if you don't want to take care of a child, why are we having unprotected sex?
Why we having sex? Because I'm not that. Go ahead.
No. Because I'm finna open the flow. I got everybody's opinion. I'm finna open the flow. After I say this, why are we having unprotected sex? Because one thing I absolutely hate, is something that Telly mentioned, is that some of these females and dudes, they're using abortion as birth control. When they have birth control before that even comes into thought, there's birth control that's already out here that even comes into thought, and that's another thing I hate too. I was having this conversation with my coworker, like, do your thing, 21. You want to go and you want to bust it wide open and you want to drop that hammer. Hey, I ain't saying go do it. Do your thing. You want to go fishing and drop that rod into that pond? Do your thing. But make sure yourself is protected so you don't have these consequences that comes with doing that act. Now I'm going to open the floor. I'm going to let Telly cook first. I know Telly over there, he over there putting the seasonings together. Mike done left.
Man, Mike left. Yeah. I was going to get him. You can't sit here and say, oh, her body, her choice. Men ain't got to go through pregnancy. Damn that. She didn't make a baby by herself. Last time I checked, I read about this one chick, she had a baby and she was a virgin. That's the only chick in history we've ever heard having a baby by herself. The Virgin Mary. And that's still suspect because, I don't know, she walked the earth, she was human, but we'll get off into that later. My body, my choice. They always throw that shit out there. My body, my choice. My wallet, my money. How about that? That don't seem to be motherfucking, fly for us when you dragging us to child support. Like, come on now. Y'all want to say, oh, it takes two, to make a baby when it's time to pay up for the child. I don't even have an opinion then. I got to pay up. But I can't have an opinion, and we both laid together. We both chose not to use contraceptive or whatever to prevent that, and she gets to make all the decisions. You know, it shouldn't have to be where I gotta drag her to court and get an injunction and all this other stuff. We made a baby, not I, not her. We. So a man should be involved in the decision. That's all I'm saying.
So what you saying that because Chris just put up a comment, but the girl is carrying the baby, we just deposited the community batter. Isn't there some type of thought and some type of okay, what can potentially happen before we deposit that batter though? Or we just not thinking? Or are we just not thinking and we just jump in?
It should. I'm gonna say this. It should be a thought. Absolutely, 100%.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we
it
agree
absolutely
to that.
should be a thought. But we know a lot of people are not having that thought or that conversation, and you should. There's definitely big should. But at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say. Right? The woman again is putting her life on the line. I don't give a shit about your feelings. I don't care about how you feel. You cannot. If a woman tells you like, hey, you know, we did the do. But hey, I'm a high risk. Like I could possibly die trying to carry this baby out the term. Then it's like you're not gonna listen to her. You're gonna sit here and be like, "But we had sex raw." But okay, me
put herself in jeopardy. Then
put yourself in. Ain't you putting yourself into that predicament though?
Right, but there's an easier way out of it. If she's like, "Hey, I'm 2 weeks pregnant. I'm gonna go to the clinic and pop this pill and yeet this baby out of me, so I don't have to put my life on the line." You gonna stand there and argue with her about that? If she's telling you she's got a medical history which can kill her, the baby, or both, you
Tiffany, what are you doing?
You finna argue with her about it. You finna stand on 10 toes and be like, well, I don't believe in abortions. Like, that's the problem. It's like a lot of the times we so caught up in our own feelings that we don't think about how this stuff affects women. And just like Megan said, women pay in time and convenience for these children. Again, I'm ready to be a father, but nigga, you're not carrying this baby. You're not the one that had to take work leave. You're not the one that has to wake up with morning sickness. You're not the one that has to walk around with a belly poked out to here for 6, 7, 8 months of your life. It's just like it really just doesn't sit well with me. And as a man, right, as a grown man, in my adventures of life, I've always said this, right? No matter what happens, how it happens, when it happens, I am going to be okay with whatever decision that woman makes. So if there was ever a point in my life where a woman was like, I'm pregnant, I'm okay with you yeeting it, I'm okay with you keeping it. Because it, you know what I'm saying? And if my feelings are hurt, those are the consequences on myself for not taking precautions to not have this incident. I will never tell a woman what to do with her body. And I don't care. Yeah, we good.
Mike, that sounds like the craziest thing ever.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
I actually think that way in everything, even with food. I know I'm allergic to shrimp, but I'm going to eat it anyways. I don't care what it does to my body because I got this EpiPen. That's the dumbest thing ever.
That's your choice. I'm gonna
put my life in, and it is their choice. But I'm telling you, it sounds stupid. I'm gonna put my life in danger by having sex, even though I know that me having this baby will possibly kill me. But I'm gonna do it anyways.
Okay, but so you're supposed to be a nun because you a high risk pregnancy?
If you love your life good enough,
so you're supposed to be a nun. You can't have sex for the
love
rest of your life.
No, not be a nun.
What I'm saying is, if there's something that can possibly kill me, no, I don't want it.
Okay. What about people who do? What about people who do take the precautions? Like, have you seen women? We've seen it. We've seen women get pregnant on birth control. I got the shot. I got the pills. I got all this stuff, and they still end up pregnant.
Huh? You and that's another thing I wanted to say. You can have sex protected and unprotected and still get pregnant.
Okay, so if a person is out here, what if we have this one child, right? This man had on a condom, she on birth control, and this woman still gets pregnant, and she's like, I don't want this baby. You gonna sit here and look at her like you gotta have this baby because you got pregnant?
I'm not gonna tell anybody that they gotta have anything, but My thing is whether it's protected and unprotected, there's still a possibility, and don't nobody want to talk about that.
It's always a possibility.
Thank you.
It's always a 0.000.
But if you protect it, the percentages are low that you will get pregnant. You taking precautions.
Number 0.
You know the best protection
is abstinence.
Okay, what if they married? What if they done got married and she still don't want to have a baby?
Well, that's the conversation they should have had.
Exactly. That's the conversation before getting together.
So I'm hearing this, dear ladies watching the show. If you don't want to have a baby, you're not allowed to have adult activities because you don't want to have a baby.
That's not what he said.
That's nobody saying.
That's what it sounded like to me. So you don't want to have a baby.
Saying
you can't get down with the get down because you don't want to have a baby.
That's not
please.
The best
please,
way
man.
Is not getting down with the get down.
Not getting down unprotected.
The funniest of abstinence. But okay, so let's turn this question to the one-sided folk. To the men that do want to have babies and then the women don't want to have the babies. All right, what's y'all feelings on that? To men that do want to have babies. With the thought of, okay, we done sat down, we done sat here and we went raw dogging, we knew the consequences, we knew what could happen. Woman ended up getting pregnant, Jane Doe ended up getting pregnant. John Doe is excited. Man, I want to do this. Like Teddy said earlier, I want to be a father. Jane Doe is like, nah, I'm not with it. We finna get an abortion. What's y'all feelings on that? That's a good point, Mike. That's a good point. But we're gonna let you speak on it. But actually, Mike, since you put that comment up, go ahead and speak on it. Speak on it.
I mean, it's simple. It's what you said. Find you a woman that's ready to have a baby. I think that's a conversation. If we're gonna have this conversation, have a conversation with, you know what? Hey, what's your favorite color? We know, what do you like to do in your spare time? Hey, if we start having sex, are you ready to have this baby? Or you gonna get an abortion? Like, I feel like that should be one of your top questions. You know, right after what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Are you ready to have kids? Just in case you get pregnant. I feel like that's a question that we really need to start asking because it's just crazy to me. Like I said, and Nick had a point. It's like, you know, there's women out there who really are high risk at pregnancy and still out here, you know, doing the do. And I think that's crazy. But at the same time, it's crazy for you to ask her to put her life on the line too. So it's a question that needs to be asked. That's a very important question.
It's not crazy when she already doing it.
It's she crazy for doing it. Is she crazy?
So Sam said she don't understand why it matters to anybody without a uterus or anyone without a uterus. We ain't got a uterus. We ain't got no females coming on here with uteruses talking neither, Sam. So we need. This is why we be needing females. Y'all females stick in the comments and just let us men just talk about it. We want a female to come up here and tell us what's up, but y'all won't come tell us what's up. So we gonna keep talking our stuff. So anyway, we're gonna bypass them comments that Sam and Christy got going until y'all want to jump on the scene and talk about this thing. Now, back to the conversation. So is it fair that men don't have a say so?
Hell no, it's not fair.
Yes.
No, it's not fair. Because it's like I said earlier. Here go your scenario. Like you said, woman don't want it, man want it. Woman go have an abortion. Man ain't got shit to say about that. Can't say shit about that. Women, they want to keep it. Man don't want to keep it. I'm going to have it anyway. And then they go have it. And then you got Johnny Lawbucks saying, she had it, you need to pay for it. I wasn't ready. Doesn't fly. Then it's, you should have thought about that before you slept with her without contraceptive. But the bitch, sorry, couldn't abort a baby. She didn't think about that. And she had unprotected sex. But why is it always falling on the man to have the birth control ready, put on the condom, all that? That's basically what Mike said. You know, it falls on the man. All the responsibility falls on the man. Y'all should have had a conversation. When? You don't have a conversation like that the first date. You know,
I've never heard of anybody having
the
that
first date. Right, like, oh
don't know
man, what you like to do in your spare time? You want any kids? You'll never see a damn second date again from that chick. Like, this ma crazy, you know? But I do agree that you should have that conversation, you know, before you get deeper in a relationship or before getting married. You know, if you thinking this chick is potentially your wife or whatnot, we need to have a kids conversation, because I've seen it plenty of times where people get married, one spouse want to have a kid, the other spouse not sure, because that's one of the top 3 arguments in a relationship: money, sex, and kids. Those are the top 3. So yes, later on down the line, have that conversation, but we can't just sit here and put everything on the man.
Megan said that you had that conversation as soon as you're ready to have that conversation.
Bruh.
But hold on, I got a question. Why was we yelling? Why was we yelling in the comments?
Hey, tell Sam, I
are we getting upset? Are we getting upset about what Telly is saying right now?
I can hear Sam way over here.
For real.
I was gonna say, why are we yelling in these comments? That's all. That's all.
That's why people can't have conversations now.
I know we got to yelling. We got to be cool when we have these conversations, man. We got to be cool.
Listen. I don't care how you try to twist it, turn it, spill it. It's always gonna fall on the man. I've always put that responsibility.
Oh, she said it was stuck on Cap now.
To have that conversation. It ain't never been lost upon me. You know what I'm saying? You start dating a chick, you got 2 kids. I'm like, hey, so you trying to have any more kids? You know, that's always a question. If that's not a question in our big age of 30, 34 and plus, then we need to reevaluate our reevaluate everything. Like, are you trying to have any more kids just in case you pop up pregnant? What's up, B?
So I got a question.
Yes,
still goes along lines with the abortion. Hey, Mike, funny. Still goes along with the abortion thing. So I'm gonna throw a scenario at you. Okay, so let's say John Doe, Jane Doe talking. They've been talking for a while. They in a full committed relationship. They end up being in that relationship. The discussion about babies come along. They decide to do it. But later on down that line, when they decided to pursue making a baby, Jane Doe starting to peak some red flags that she probably should have peaked earlier, but starting to peak some red flags in John Doe. Jane Doe gets pregnant, and all of a sudden now Jane Doe's like, you know what? Them red flags are too big. I don't think he's going to be here to support me, blah, blah, blah. Y'all put that whatever scenario that is in your head, and then she decided to do it. She decided to do the abortion. Is that fair? Because Jane Doe is realizing this is not a fit to be a good father. He's not going to be able to be here to support me mentally and financially and help me be stable and help raise a baby. She thinks about all of this stuff, and she's like, you know what? Let me just cut ties with the whole pregnancy thing, that's having an abortion, because I feel like John Doe ain't finna do what he's supposed to do. Is that okay?
Hell yeah. You can carry a gun for protection, but you can't get an abortion for protection. So I can take a life by shooting the nigga that tried me, but you can't take a life from aborting the baby that the dude gonna be trifling. Hell yeah, it's fair. Should have did better, my boy. Sucks to be you.
Go ahead, Telly. Cook, Telly.
And didn't I just say you can't use abortion for birth control?
She protecting her interest. That's her 5-year plan. If this dude
look here, man,
trash, then run.
Is she what? Okay, then why do they tell men when you talk about, you know, crazy baby mamas? And y'all heard me talk about that before. Motherfuckers tell me, well, you should have been careful who you know stuck your thing in. People, why can't they go for females? You should have been careful who you opened your legs to.
They got the option to get an abortion. I'm pretty sure if we can unnut some of these women, we would have. Hey, if I can unnut that thing, I would have.
Yeah, of course we would have, but we can't, so we must suffer the consequences.
Okay, but
of
she's
So
our
nigga said,
actions.
"Are we comparing gun rights to life choices?"
Yeah.
That's what he did. That's what he did.
If I can legally walk around with a pistol and shoot a nigga and fear for my life, then a woman should be able to go ahead and eat a baby if she feel like this dude is gonna be a bad dad.
But it's not
Like,
just exclusively to you. A woman can walk around with a pistol and shoot
that,
and
hey,
kill somebody.
and now she got a pistol, and now she got a pistol at the abortion clinic. See, double homicide. Like, it's an evil world we live in.
Hey, yeah,
Like,
double homicide,
yo, Mike,
like you said.
double
Let
homicide.
me give you this scenario. So let's say, abortions were, illegal.
Some states they still are.
And in those states, how many times or how often do you think they think about having sex?
And I don't know. That's their business.
No. Yeah, I know it's a business, but it's a question.
I honestly don't like. How often do those people think about having sex?
Yes.
Probably is depends on how they are in the personality. They might think about it a lot. They might
But
think
you
about
don't
it a
think
little bit.
they
Like, you don't
think
know.
about it to another extent rather than people in free states that you can't have abortion?
So I couldn't answer that question, but I think I get where you're coming from.
You
So
don't want to.
I don't know how to answer the question, Nick. So if you want me,
It's your opinion.
I say this though. People who do use birth control, abortions as a birth control, it's like, bro, there's way better forms of birth control. Do better, right? Now, it's women out there that have been to the abortion clinic 7-8 times, bro, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That is crazy. That is crazy.
It's like, shorty, you need to do better, because it's crazy how the people who in responsible relationships who want to have a baby be out here struggling, but these deadbeat ass women and fathers be out here on some country Wayne, super uterus type junk. As soon as you touch them, they get pregnant. So I think there's a level of responsibility that as men and women should take to prevent having babies instead of going to the point of an abortion. Absolutely. Shorty, if you don't want to have a baby, get on birth control, bro. Real talk. And same thing with fellas. Fellas, you don't want to have a baby, bro, just go ahead and get the vasectomy, bro. Go ahead and sit down for a couple weeks, and then that way you ain't got to worry about procreating any type of life and putting any type of life into this universe. I absolutely put it on every person to do your due diligence as far as bringing a child into this world. Like, you have to, and that's your responsibility. But at the same time, when it comes to women dealing with it, I give them that choice. I cannot sit here and argue with you, because I don't have to deal with you have to deal with. I'm not the one who just pushed a watermelon-sized creature through something this big. I'm not the one who's going to be lactating for the next 2 years. I'm not the one that might be cut open and dealt with everything that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like C-sections, having to sit there with a diaper on for 5 or 6 weeks after you done birthed this child out so your vagina can close back to normal. Like, I don't have to deal with that. So for me to sit here and tell you, you have to have that baby, you don't owe me shit, because you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm okay with it. I'm just not sitting here like, no, you gotta have that baby because I want it. Like, no, you don't. You don't.
So she said that's just like rich people be out here spending some money, and I just be thinking about wanting to spend some money. That's a nice comparison. I love it.
But Mike, some of the stuff you be saying, to me, it sounds crazy. Because I'm gonna give you another scenario. So let's say they do their due diligence. Hey, both of these two people sat down and said, "Hey, we don't want no kid." And we all. I'm with you when you say it's up to them. It's their choice. But she come get pregnant. I whatever way. But they both said they don't want it. Now at the end of this, she decided, hey, I want to keep it. Both people did their due diligence. Now one person crossing over tearing up the contract.
And that's a conflict of interest that you're gonna have to deal with. But at the same time, you can't force her, you know what I'm saying, to be like, hey, go get that abortion. Because it's
but
like,
when you sit here and say you need to have the conversation, and I agree with you. I told you
to have that conversation. And that's a sticky road, because I've seen it go both ways. It's like, I've seen a woman be like, I don't want a baby. and the man be like, I don't want a baby, and then the man be like, I want this baby, and the woman be like, hell no, I want this baby. And I seen it flip. And that's a tough situation, because yes, somebody did change their mind, and you did everything right, and somebody changed their mind, and you got to deal with that. But I think ultimately, as a man, if we just get it in our head that at the end of the day it's the woman's choice, then I think maybe we as men will make better decisions as far as the people we deal with. Because at the same time, it's like the same way I don't want a baby, but she want a baby. Well, you just gonna have to deal with it. We just gonna have to deal with it as men. It's like you need somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's not gonna change their mind. And you just have to deal with it as men. I'm putting it on us. I'm just putting it on us.
So let me ask this. What do you say to the women that do keep the babies and the men wanting them to do the abortion?
If you
because we talking heavily on the women's side of things, right? I'm trying to transition to the man side of things. Let's say that they did the do. Jane Doe did the do. Jane Doe get pregnant. John Doe don't want that baby.
Okay.
But Jane Doe decides to keep it. What's y'all thoughts on that?
At a certain point, John Doe, did you say, hey, did I take every precaution not to have this baby?
But that's the same way that you kind of changing now, because that's what we was talking about earlier with the female side of it.
But you still have to have that conversation. You still have that mindset. It's just like you have to be okay with whatever she chooses. So now it's like you go back to what I said. If as a man, be okay with whatever she chooses. Either you're gonna get your feelings hurt because you're not a father, or you're gonna be stuck dealing with this person for the next 18 or 20 years of your life. You have to be okay. Whatever
that goes back to my. That goes back to my other question: is if John Doe don't want the baby, and he know for a full fact he don't want a baby, and he don't want to be here to take care of that baby, but you're gonna make him do it when he's told you he don't want to do it. Then
if John Doe says I don't want this baby, and Jane Doe says, hey, you know what, that's cool, you can sign this and you can skedaddle. Then I think that should definitely be.
But tell me all the situations that a woman is going to do that. Come on now.
There have been all these women. Hold on. I get this. All these women walking around here having babies by themselves because they don't want to deal with no man. You just see
Thank you, Megan. That's a good point. Everybody got the opportunity to change their mind until it's time to lay down. Yeah, very good point.
Yeah.
Go, my bad, Mike. Go ahead.
But no, all these women walking around here having babies without men. Let's like that's the thing. Like you seen the woman that was sitting and talking about I wouldn't date a bus driver, and she just went in here and got the fucking clinic and went and got herself impregnated by herself. Like there's a lot of women out here that want kids without the father. You know what I'm saying? And so you just gonna have to be one of them. And I think there should be some type of legal process in the works where, yes, it should be somewhere in the works for a dude to be like, hey, we had this conversation from the jump. Here's this piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? Especially it's like, hey, if we're going to be bumping uglies, hey, go ahead and have this agreement. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be some precautions out there to protect men. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you don't do your due diligence in protecting yourself, then stupid stuff happens to you like that, right?
I'm trying to keep up with y'all comments. I'm sorry. I know I'm asking a whole bunch of questions, but I'm trying to keep up with y'all comments. What Nick, tell me how y'all feel about that, because Mike kind of went off a little bit. How y'all feel about that?
Man, listen, this man, this dude killing me, man.
There should be.
Why he killing you, Telly? Right?
I'm gonna say this. I don't share this story a lot, right? But from my personal experience, I've been through it once in my life, and I had to take that L right on the chest, and it sucked and it hurt. But I had to take that L because there wasn't nothing I do. There were my younger days. I was dealing with a chick, and she ended up getting pregnant. And when she found out she was pregnant, she stepped straight up to my face and was like, "Hey, I'm pregnant, but I'm getting an abortion because I don't want to have a baby." I was like, "Why not?" I was trying to convince her to have it, but she's like, "I'm not," and ain't nothing you can do to change my mind. And as much as it hurt, I took that L and just moved on about my life. Like, because there was nothing I could do. I was not about to sit there and go back and forth with her about it. Now, did she ended up having kids later on down the road? Yes, she did. Was I like, damn, you can have their kids, but you can have mine? Yes, I was. But at the same time, I didn't do what I needed to do to keep myself from being in that position. So I took it on the chin and just moved on.
And so she didn't do what she had to do to keep it from happening. But I applaud you for taking it on your own. You're a better man than me. But hey, like you said, you took the L. But why did you have to take that L? Because I guarantee you, if she would have wanted to have that baby, and you said, "I'm not ready to be a father," your ass would be paying money right now for a kid you didn't want, and it still would have been okay. Like, I literally said, "I'm not ready," but she forced you to be a father. She forced you to be a father. I'm going to say it again. She forced you to be a father. You had no say so in it.
Let me be 100% honest. Let me be 100% honest, because y'all my family, so I don't have nothing to hide. She told me she was pregnant, and we had a conversation about it. All right. I looked at her, I was like, there's nothing on this God green earth where I want you to be my baby mama. So if you're gonna have this kid, I want my kid. I don't want you.
That's why she had the abortion.
I don't want you. I want you to be a part-time mother. I don't, because I don't like what you stand for. I don't like your morals, and I want you to be a part-time mother. And so I want my kid.
So let me ask you a question. After you said all that to her, you thought she was gonna have your baby?
I was ready for whatever. And then when she came to me and said I had an abortion, I was like, okay, cool. You know, that kind of sucks. I wish you didn't do that, but okay, cool. So I took it on the chin. I understood it, but at the same time, I was like, absolutely not. Like, I didn't want you, because you're not about to drag me through the dirt. Like, no, I want custody, and I want you kind of on some part-time shit. Like, I don't want you, no, immediately no.
So I think, and if they did do this, you basically can't just have abortions. But I think they should make laws that men have a say so.
Bingo, just included.
It would stop everybody from just sleeping with everybody, because if you're a person that, if you're a man and you want that child and that female doesn't, and the court say, hey, you have to have this child because he wanted, y'all made a decision, y'all laid down, y'all created something, and now both of you have, equal swing in it.
I get that, right? I understand that. I understand that part. But what do you say? What happens if the baby is 3 months? I don't want to answer Miss Megan's question because I got a real good answer for that. So what happens when it's 3 months into the pregnancy and y'all go to the doctor and the doctor's like, hey, yo, this is a high risk pregnancy. It's not looking good for her or the baby. Do you still stand on your point? Well, she still got to have this baby.
Yeah,
dude, all pregnancies are high risk. What are you talking about? Yes, they are. You can die in childbirth and nothing be wrong with you genetically or the kid. It's high risk, period.
But I'm talking about like medically. But tell you, there's a difference between, because you can. But there's a difference between the doctors being like, hey, yo, you got complications going on that could kill you and this baby. Like, put it more percentage. Like, there's always a percentage, but the doctors are telling you there's a way higher percentage you carrying out this pregnancy. So you still look at that woman and be like, yeah, you still got to do this?
So y'all have,
bitch. Man, give me my kid. You can die in childbirth. You can die driving a car. There's a percentage you can die in a car crash. There's a percentage you can fall in the shower. You can't use percentages.
You see what you said? You said, fuck that bitch. Give me my kid. That's the reason why they have abortions right there. That is exactly
damn that. I'm saying it's a percentage of high risk of anything we do. But we don't stop doing it. Do we stop doing it? Do you stop driving?
I want to
because there's a percentage you can get hit in the car and be in a car crash and die. You don't stop driving, do you?
If I was supposed to
That's life.
And they said it was thunderstorming and tornadoes on the road, and there's a 45% chance that I can die more than any other day today, then I wouldn't drive.
Exactly. Then you wouldn't drive. So if you know you are a high risk pregnancy, why are you out here having sex, unprotected sex? You just made my point.
Because it feels good. Come on, you know why.
Come on.
I'm going to answer Miss Megan's question. Miss Megan, I'm going to tell you this. At 23 years old, I made a decision in my life that I stuck by today. I am 35 years old, 36 years old. And at 36 years old today, I made a decision in my life 13 years ago to tell myself I will never have sex with somebody I can at least see being my baby mama. And I've stuck to that gun today. I made some questionable decisions. Yeah. I might not like you as a person, huh?
So you're saying from 23 to now?
Yeah, I might not like you
as one person.
Listen,
that you
I'm about to answer your question. Nick, I'm answering your question. I might have not liked you as a person, but I at least can see you being a decent mom. We might argue like cats and dogs, but you know what? I believe you're gonna be a decent mom, and that was my standard. You know what? I might want to chop in your throat, but you know what? You'll be an okay mom. So I give you that one. I made that decision, and yes, Nick, I stuck through it to this day. Yes. Hey, I know what you're thinking. Yes. Yes.
We're good for you.
He said we're good for you.
Look at somebody who's had three kids. You don't always know if it's high risk until you're pregnant and you go to the appointments. That's crazy work. Again, a man sitting here saying, hey, the doctor says, hey, there's a 42% chance that you could possibly die during this pregnancy. And you as a man being like, well, I want my kid. You still got to go through with it. That's crazy work. That's
what Telly's saying when he mentions that it's a high risk, don't try and jump on Telly. When he mentions that there's a high risk, any woman getting pregnant is a high risk, period. Whether you have
but it's a higher risk though.
Hold on, let me finish. I let y'all talk. Let me finish. Every pregnancy is a high risk because the mere fact of during the birth, both the baby and the female can die, regardless of if you have complications or not. That's just standard practice. Everybody's a high. Yeah, that's what standard practice. Your inside of your body is being exposed, so that's just standard practice that you're going to be a high risk. So you can't die just for having a birth.
Brandon,
it has nothing to do with anything else. Okay, that's what Telly's saying. That's what Telly's saying. He's not saying anything about complications. Y'all are talking about.
I'm saying when complications happen. So if a woman has preeclampsia,
mm-hmm.
preeclampsia while she's pregnant, you still expecting her to have that baby?
Whoa! This is one for Telly. This is one for me. Because I'm glad she mentioned preeclampsia. Because anybody who knows me, Tristan, my youngest baby, his mom had preeclampsia. She didn't find out about preeclampsia till literally 3 days before we were supposed to be married. My son was born at 24 weeks. 24. And she had the baby. And now y'all see him walking around, living life as normal. She's still walking around, living life as normal, which is fucking with me. That's her normal life. But we'll get into that later. Preeclampsia. Scariest thing you would ever experience. Seeing your kid cut out of his mom and only 12 inches that can see through his body. But he's walking around. Fine. We always say all these fear factors and everything, but what I hear when people talk about fear, we all supposed to be Christians and believe in God, no matter what. If it's God's will, it's God's will. Period. So y'all can take that bullshit on about health factors and anything. Because honestly, we don't control shit. If God wants you to have a baby, you're going to have a baby. Period. So let's cut the garbage. We didn't know anything about my own mother. My brother Christopher apparently put her in a coma after she gave birth. She had preeclampsia, but back then, I don't know. We didn't know shit about what preeclampsia was. But she was in a coma. This joker walking around, 6'4", 300 pounds, solid muscle. She walking around 65. It's a risk with anything we do in life. Pregnancy, walking down the street, driving, skydiving, flying an airplane, getting on an airplane, risking anything, but we're not out here living in fear. Bottom line is, it's not on the man, it's not on the woman. It's on both of y'all to protect y'all self. If you're not ready to be a father, protect yourself. If you're not ready to be a mother, protect yourself. Why has it got to fall on one or the other? Period. It's two human beings, grown-ups, even teenagers, because we have teen pregnancies, and you can talk to your teen all the time. In October, I will have 3 teenagers. And I've had this talk with my daughter. Actually, she brought it up. Where I'm like, I know you starting to like boys. I'm not naive. She 15.
Okay, so that got nothing to do with the conversation we have. I'm saying this, I'm telling you this, right? All that you said is great. God's will and everything. But at the same time, right, if a woman, and if you and your woman decide that, hey, even though we have this condition, I'm here, I want to push through, and you want to push through, and y'all have a conversation about both of y'all want to push through this issue, then by all means go for it. Because yes, we've seen babies born at crazy people, baby would fit in the palm of my hand. Now he's 6 foot and some change. Yes, that's great. But if there's a certain situation where there's somebody that's like, hey, you got preeclampsia or whatever that is, and I don't want to do it.
They're using driving as the same thing, Chris.
I don't want to do it. Then it's like, how do you sit there and make her go through it? If the doctor's telling you, yes, having a baby is risky business, but right now you have a medical condition that makes that twice as more riskier, and that woman says, well, I don't want to risk my life. I don't want to risk this baby. I don't want to risk my life. Then how the hell do you sit there and look her in the face and say, you have to because I want you to? That's like the most narcissistic, selfish shit I've ever heard in my life. You are telling this woman to sacrifice her. No, I don't want to hear this shit. You're telling her to sacrifice her life.
Did she know before time? Because you making it seem like she popped up at the doctor and was like, oh, now you got this life-threatening genetic condition. Chances are she knew already if she goes to the doctor.
Okay.
I mean,
so let's ask this. So let's ask this, because Chrissy just put up a very, very good question. So what if you have the test for developmental issues early on and you get the news that you don't want to move forward with having a baby? Should you be able to abort then?
When you say developmental issues, the only thing that they can test for
a lot of talking in the background, and I need people on the show to talk. There's a lot of talking in the background.
It's a lot of, only to test you can is Down syndrome. Now, having a child that's developmentally challenged is a hard thing. And I don't know why people think, oh, it's hard on the woman only. It's hard on the man too. In the field that I work in, a special ed, marriages and divorce rates are high because the male has left the relationship because the child is developmentally challenged, because I'm not saying they're bad guys. What it's said is, as men, we are always trying to fix things. That's who we are. As a man, we try to make things correct and fix things. That's something a man can't fix. So it fucks with him. And if you find out your child is going to be born with Down syndrome or sickle cell, even something that could potentially affect the quality of life of that child, then sit down and have that conversation. And maybe y'all don't need to go through that because that is hard. You know,
Are you saying it's okay to abort in that situation?
So you can get rid of a retarded child, but you can't get a one that risks
first of all, I didn't say retarded. I said quality of life. What type of quality of life
well, you just
will
said
that child?
she can get
That's
rid of a
suffering.
child with special needs, but she can't
Man,
get
that's
one
suffering.
that risks her life.
Yelling.
That
Yeah, why are
risks
we
her
yelling?
life, Telly. That risks
We
her
talking
life.
about suffering.
Why are we yelling?
Yeah, man, I
Why
can't hear
we
nothing
yelling?
y'all saying.
What
I
I'm
know Mike
saying
ain't
is,
just
would
getting his
you?
feelings and leave. I know this dude ain't getting his feelings and leave.
Yeah, that will look like.
I'm just saying, suffering. Would you put a human being through suffering? No, you would not, because we wouldn't even put a dog through suffering. You know, it's a life form. What type of quality of life would the child have? I mean, if it's a genetic disorder. That's something we can't do anything about. You know, like, damn, this kid gonna grow up with all these challenges and everything like that. Now I've seen people have kids, even though, the genetic testing and stuff, and they say, it's still my kid. We're gonna go through with it. And great for them. Bravo, I applaud them. But some people aren't equipped to handle a kid like that. So in that case, man, it might be, okay. I've never been in that position to where I had to make that decision. And I know for me personally, since I've done the work that I've done and seen these kids, I'm comfortable with having a kid with a developmental problem because I've seen the amazing things they can do. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's just you. Some people may
Right. I'm
not be
saying that's
comfortable.
just me, though. Right.
Some people may
I'm
want
saying
to
I'm
abort at that
comfortable.
time.
Right. And
I want to
that
talk
time,
about how
go
Mike
ahead.
just left because he got in his feelings. We supposed to have a conversation, my boy. You bring this topic to us. We supposed to have a conversation, my boy. How you gonna jump off because he speaking what his opinion is, bro? We gonna talk to Mike. We can't be doing that, dog. We grown men, bro. We grown
Hey,
men.
don't
Can't get
take
mad
it
at Telly.
personal.
Yeah,
I
you can't get
mean,
mad at
this
Telly's
is my
opinion.
belief. This is my belief. I let you have your beliefs. Let me have mine.
Yeah, that's the whole point, man.
I don't get mad at you for having your beliefs. I try to understand your beliefs and where you're coming from. Whether I agree with them or not, I still work to understand you. And at the end of the day, that's who you are. I'm who I am. Nick who he is. Brandon who he is. And that's what makes us go around. We respect who we are, each other is. So even the people in the comments, I don't get upset. Like, hey, those are y'all beliefs.
Oh, he back. Must have been a
I'm glad
computer
he's
issue.
back. Must have been. He should stop talking about they faked the moon landing. Then we wouldn't be fucked with.
Bro, you had a computer issue or you was mad?
I needed to take a second to calm down.
Oh, okay. I
think
you
that's
can't.
distinct.
Don't get up. Don't get
I'm
upset
not
about everybody's
upset.
opinion, bro.
I'm just not understanding the comment. So I'm listening to what he's saying. Telling me that a person can have an abortion because they don't want to go through the emotional and financial issues of having a child with special needs. But you
I
telling
didn't
me
say
that
financial. I didn't say
but you just said
financial.
quality of life.
He let
So
you talk. Let him
Jared,
talk, Sam. Let him talk.
you telling me you just said that if it's a decision that both of y'all made for the quality of life of this child that you can. Am I
I
mic
can't hear
on?
you, Nick. No, you good, Mike. Go
Oh,
ahead. Go ahead.
so
If
for the
you let him
quality
talk,
of
it look
life,
like he just disappeared.
for the quality of life, but you're telling me that a woman who's and I'm sitting here googling it. Preeclampsia is something that doesn't happen until you're pregnant. You cannot. There's no test for it. It happens when you're pregnant. And I'm talking to a woman who has 3 kids. So if in that situation you get that, and the doctors are like, "Hey, bruh, it's not looking good with this condition," and she's like, "All right, I don't want to go through with this. Go ahead and get rid of this baby." That's not okay with you telling. But you're telling me if they get a test for Down syndrome or cerebral palsies or something like that, you can make a decision to have the baby aborted for the quality of life of the child. It's like the mother doesn't count. Like if Tiffany got pregnant and she was like, "Hey, there's a high ass risk of me dying," would you still push her to have that baby? If your daughter was having a baby and they told her there was a high risk of her dying, would you still push for her to have that baby? And that's the same thing for Brandon and Nick. Teresa's pregnant, and they're telling her, "Hey, bro, it's not looking good. You could die having this baby." Would you still push to have that baby? Is the question.
So let me
Bruh,
answer your question.
we were talking about preeclampsia.
Hold on. Let me answer the question, Telly.
Go ahead, man.
Let me answer the question. So if Sam get pregnant and they say it's a high possibility that something's going to be wrong or she's being put into a bad situation with the pregnancy, of course, that's a conversation that we're going to have together. And the reason I'm saying that that's a conversation me and her we're going to have together is because everybody's situation is going to be different. Everybody has their own opinions and different opinions about the situation. You know what I'm saying? You got spiritual people that may just go through it because they have faith that God going to make sure it work out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's situation is different. It's not going to be the same situation or the same thought process that you have. It's not going to be the same situation, the same thought process that Ellie has or that Nick has. It's not going to be the same situation. So to legitimately actually answer that question, yeah, I'm gonna save Sam. Yeah, I'm gonna save Sam. Then that case, then abortion will come into the point. But that's my situation, Mike. That's not everybody's situation. That's the point I'm trying to get. That's not everybody's situation. That's my situation. That's your situation. They may not be Telly's situation. That may not be Nick's situation. That's what I'm saying. You can't get upset. Don't.
I'm asking,
but don't get upset. No, but don't get upset about somebody else's thought process and how they gonna handle their situation. That's my point. Now y'all can answer the question.
I want Nick to answer the same question.
I mean, with the laws that we got, obviously it's gonna be up to her. But like Brandon said, we're gonna have that discussion. Now, if we say, hey, it's gonna be in God's hands and we're gonna go through with this, that's what we're gonna do. But if she say, hey, I don't want to have this baby, that's what we're gonna do. But I'm not in a situation to be fearful of anything. If I don't believe 100% in science anyway. I don't believe you can just sit here and tell me, hey, if you had this baby, you're gonna die. I don't believe that. And I believe in something higher than what this dude is telling me. So we might sit here and we might say, hey, yeah, well, let's go through with this thing. And she might just come out on top just because of who we serve. And if we decided to and it just went left, hey, that's something I'm gonna have to live with. And we're gonna move on from there. But I'm not just the type of person that just because he said it ain't gonna work, that I shouldn't go forward with it. But it's just gonna be a discussion that we will have.
But at the end of the day, what I hear is that y'all say y'all gonna have a discussion. At the end of the day, if your lady say, "Hey, I don't want to do this," you just say, "All right, cool," because I understand your decision.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm listening.
And that's another thing. Let me add that I'm not gonna make her do something she don't want to do. I don't want you to say that.
No, but the difference between us and some of the people that we're talking about, we're in relationships where the people we are with, this man, listen.
Mike.
Oh. It ain't hear a word I said.
Yeah, nothing he said, boy.
Yeah, Mike know this conversation. Top 5.
Top 5. Mike not checked out. You can't be letting this get to you, bro.
Yeah,
Come on,
you
man.
can't let other people's opinion on what they gonna do get to you.
I'm not letting other
Real,
people's
dog.
opinion, because there's people out there that absolutely don't agree with abortions, and that's fine to have that opinion. But when one statement contradicts the other, contradicts the shit out the other, is crazy work. Like I said, you can get rid of a baby because the baby's gonna have a disability, but I won't get rid of this baby if the mother's life on the line. It's crazy.
No, but
I don't think he said that though. He never said that.
Sometimes you contradict yourself, but we don't sit here and get mad at you. People are gonna be people. I contradict myself sometimes, and I'm pretty sure everybody else do it. But we sit here and we have a conversation, and we listen to each other.
That's point of the family barbecue, ladies and gentlemen. That's point of it. This is the whole point of the podcast, to have these type of discussions. I love it. But for one thing that we can't do is we can't get upset about what somebody else think or feel. That's why we having the conversation.
We also allowed to take a moment to compose ourselves and come back and have a conversation too.
Who said that?
Oh, I didn't say you was wrong. We just said don't just we didn't say
I'm
you
not
was
getting
wrong,
mad. I took a moment to compose myself and come back to the conversation.
No, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Okay.
You didn't have to do that.
But what I'm saying is, you got some of us, and this ain't no knock to you, and I don't want you to take it this way. But you got some people that can compose themselves while they still in front of the fire.
Well, I ain't learned that ability yet, because at a certain point, it
is okay. It is okay.
It is okay. It ain't nothing wrong with it. Take a minute. Take a step.
You take what
trying to say don't. Yeah, take what you need. I'm just saying,
is
everybody's opinion don't let it bother you like that, dog.
When you do come back after you take your moment and somebody's trying to talk to you, and you looking like you getting talked to by your grandfather, you start throwing your hands in the air, you start looking at the walls and stuff. It still don't look like you composed, my boy.
I'm composed because I ain't said nothing. I'm listening.
But then what did I say when I was talking to you?
I don't know. I was asking Christy a question. My bad.
Okay.
No, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that where it is. My thing is, if we're gonna be like that, then we shouldn't even bring these type of conversations to the podcast. If we're gonna be like that, you know what I'm saying? Because this was a very controversial conversation, and we all fully knew what was gonna be said and how it was gonna be said, and the reaction everybody was gonna get to it. So, with that being said, do we have a top 5?
Yes, we do.
And it's okay. It's okay if we don't have a top 5. I'm gonna be honest. It's really okay if we don't have a top 5.
If you don't want to do a top 5, that's fine.
No, I didn't say that.
I didn't say that. We do. I thought about one on the way to work the other day. So
all right, let's do it.
The weekly top 5.
So I know this is gonna be a hard one for y'all, but I need you. So I was riding past and I seen the Mega Millions was like $284 million. And I know this is gonna be a hard one, right? So I'm gonna explain it to you, right? After you've done all your responsible stuff, okay? Your responsible stuff, the top 5 things you would buy if you had money, if you won the Mega Millions. I know it's gonna be hard.
Hard.
I don't know, because I'm waiting for somebody to be like, oh, college tuition, land, or stocks or bonds. That's all responsible stuff. After you've done all the responsible stuff, after you've set everybody up, mom's good, sister's good, brother's good, kids good, everybody's good. You got time to buy the shit that you really want, right? Top 5 things you'd buy with that money.
See, but some of the stuff I might say, you might consider it being
right. That's why I said it's hard. It's gonna be hard for you.
See, but would you say, like I said, let's say I say, let me buy an island.
That's not responsible. That's just an island.
So I get the question. I get the question.
Let me try and run mine off there. I'll buy me an island. I'll probably buy another business so I can keep this money circulating.
Responsible.
That's responsible. Yeah.
Probably buy me a jet.
There you go.
I'll buy me a jet.
So is the island gonna have a runway so you can land a jet on?
You gotta have a runway.
That's what I'm talking about. There you
You gotta
go.
have a runway.
That's two.
That's the only way you're gonna be able to get on it. You can't just. You can't. I'm gonna have like it guarded all the way around. You can't bolt up. It's just gonna have a runway to get on.
Nick, one of mine is a helicopter. So can I get a helicopter pad on that joint?
You come to my island?
Am I invited?
Yeah. Only if you call first.
If you call first.
I'm gonna call. But is you gonna answer?
Yeah, I'm answering you. I always do, right?
You right. Unless you real actual busy at work.
No, I even pick up at work, dog. But yeah, I get a helicopter. Well, I get you a little helipad. But I'm gonna have a jet, a plane, no, a island.
Look, it's hard.
A sports.
It is. It is kind of hard though.
A really expensive sports car.
A really like 2-seater just for you and Bay.
Yeah. Or something that we want, whether it's a 2-seater or a 4-seater. But it'll be a nice joint, a pop-out joint. What about maid?
That's responsible because they got to clean your house.
You got to clean my own house.
Hey, you already got an island, so.
Oh, that's just assume I got maids already.
It comes with the Jeffrey and the maids.
Honestly, like other than that, like I can't think of two more.
You can't think of. I know one for you.
What's that?
I can see you and Teresa getting like $1 million RV, fully decked out with a driver, so y'all can like travel, do road trips and travel. I can see y'all doing.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about no RV. I was thinking bigger.
He said, "I'm thinking bigger."
Let y'all run y'all. I think of two more.
All right, so I want to buy a big old
thing.
Oh, okay.
I would have a thunder tank actually made.
There you go. Okay, I like it.
I like it. Tank made.
A thunder tank?
Yeah, from the Thundercats.
Yeah, for the Thundercats.
Yeah, I had that one actually made.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about, Nick. So that's gonna be next to the pop-out sports car.
Well, that's got to be at one of the other houses. It can't be on one of the But I might do a decked out like a decked out basketball goal like inside
gym.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 5. I think for me, I gotta figure out a way to buy me some type of country. I gotta buy a country. I want to be
Damn.
Whole country. I want a whole country. Number 1, number 2, I want a big ice sculpture that's like a waterfall of me naked. That's what I want. A big ice sculpture.
Is you gonna have a toga covering up your man part or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you want that just for a couple of hours so it can melt?
Just to spend money. I'm just spending money at this point. I just spend money. I just want to spend money on. Then the third thing is I want to buy a lion. I want a lion. I want to get a lion. I'm never going to touch it, but I want to buy a lion.
He said I'm never going to touch it.
Just to say I have a lion. What that was 3. I need 2 more. I think I'm with Nick. I think I'm gonna go get a jet. I want a jet. And my number 1 thing to be completely, I want to buy the University of Florida. I want to buy the University of Florida. Just to say it's mine. Just to say it's mine. That's it. That's my 5. That's my 5. Go ahead, Telly.
Oh shit, man! I've thought about this all the time. Shit, every time I play the damn Mega Millions, the Knight Rider car, the Dukes of Hazzard car, hell, even the Ghostbusters car. Shit, what else? I want a Snow White Bengal Tiger cub so I can raise it. And number 5. I guess whatever the kids want. So
I forgot about them kids. I ain't
yeah,
nothing
see,
about what
that's
them
it.
kids got going on.
I'm gonna take care of me first because I always take care of them. So the fifth thing is whatever they want. Shit, Tristan probably want to buy a transformer. Cool. They sell them at Disney.
Chris said BMW X6, $2 million fold bed house, travel, staying at a 5-star resort, yacht, second. I don't know what that means. In New York, near the park, will travel in the yacht. Sam telling me something. What the hell? Yeah, I want an ice sculpture. I want a naked ice sculpture of myself, and I want it to be like a waterfall, like I'm in the shower.
Chris said he want to buy a large enough campaign.
To get this leadership.
But watch your mouth about the Santa, boy.
All right, Mike, go ahead.
I like DeSantis.
So the first number 5 on my list, and I put them in order, was there's this.
You wrote them down.
Oh yeah, there's. So if you ever seen John Wick movies, there is a special that they have the safe, the coins, like some memorabilia, and they have every single gun in the John Wick movies, and it's like $200,000. I definitely buying that. Nothing on it. Definitely buying that. Like Nick, I'm probably gonna buy a big ass house. It don't necessarily got to be an island, but it's gonna have a super long ass driveway. Like it's gonna be ducked off, and I'm probably gonna spend a good $7 million on the backyard because it's gonna have a pool, a jacuzzi, a grotto, a place to chill. I'm probably like B. I'm probably gonna buy a lion. Wait, can I buy a lion? No. Why not? Absolutely.
He said no. He said, "Can I buy a lion?" He said no.
Hey! This is your top 5. This is your top 5. This ain't your top 5. This is your top 5.
I'll probably buy a big ass house, no cap, big ass house, and have a decked out backyard. I would buy that. I would have somebody make me the tumbler from Batman. So I'm right with y'all with one of them cars. The Batman.
You talking about the
Batmobile?
Shit,
I forgot about the Batmobile.
The one with Christian Bale. The Batman with
Christian Bale. Christian Bale one.
I would buy that tumbler.
Yeah.
On that shootout to a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That I would probably buy that. I definitely buy a helicopter or some type of plane because now I'm rich. I can't be traveling with broke people. First class ain't even good enough. I need my own.
I still travel with broke people now. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna forget where I come from.
Shit, I travel with broke people.
Because listen,
what's the point of an airplane or a jet?
Listen.
They can ride with me.
When y'all niggas come over to the house to hang out in the backyard, you know what I'm saying? When y'all open that cooler, you know what you gonna see? Check sodas. Because I ain't never gonna forget where I come from.
That's all I'm talking about. Hey, Mike, give me a strawberry and some chips.
Hey, ain't gonna have a check soda and a bag of a variety pack bag of Lay's. I'm never gonna forget where I come from.
Yeah, y'all better talk about it.
Hey, never go. And
listen. Hey, did you finish your 5? Got one more.
The last one. Now is this responsible? I bought us a recording studio, like a building.
No, not really. Because that's a risk.
I probably would buy Sacramento Kings.
I was wondering who gonna say the sports team.
I said the University of Florida. I want the whole college.
Oh no! You say through 36? I think the college costs about over $1 billion to buy. So
well, I'm trying to get some shares, but my boy, I'm trying to get some shares.
Yeah, man, get you some investors.
I'd buy a resort in like Mexico and then funnel drug money through it from the cartel.
Oh my God. Now we can hey.
But listen, you send the money to the and funnel it to the University of Miami so we can get some bomb ass nil deals so we can get us.
Oh my God. Mike talking about being a drug runner with his money.
I'll buy a national championship. I ain't got no shame. I'll buy one.
Oh God, man! Here come the feds now.
She'll probably build her own little tiny home resort by the ocean. Get my own pastry chef, some jewelry, Build a dog park. Okay, a dog park. That's a good one. And build a home on a continent. Oh,
Okay.
I want a piece of somebody's
On
country
each
though.
continent.
Oh, she said each. I skipped over each.
Nah,
was
I
kinda
want some
crazy. I
shit
skipped
like in
over each.
Denmark or Norway or something.
maybe
I want
start
one
our
of them
own
mountain
bank.
spots.
Man, look, Uruguay.
Yeah, right.
You can afford Uruguay.
I want one of them mountain spots.
You want to go to prison, Rich?
Oh man, I gotta tell y'all about this stuff we watch. But I'll tell y'all when we
Yeah.
get
You gonna
off.
tell her after the show?
Yeah.
After the show, yeah. Tell her about to get ramped up after the show. Tell her after the show. Hey, it was a good show, man. We do when we come up with these topics with these shows. This ain't nothing that we just say. Hey, let's talk about this. No, it is premeditated. It is something that we when we created this podcast and this platform, we always wanted to talk about the hard conversations, and this is one of the hard conversations that we decided to talk about. Y'all see us up here laughing and joking about a lot of stuff, but these are definitely the hard conversations that we love to talk about. We appreciate everybody that was in the comment section. We got Chris, you got Sam, Christy, Megan was in the comment section heavy. I'm probably missing some folk. Please forgive me on that. But like I said, we love having
Don
conversations
Mitchell.
like these. Yeah, Don Mitchell was in the building today. We love having conversations like these. And my point of saying all of that is that if there's any conversations that y'all think that are great to talk about, especially in a group setting like we usually do on this podcast, hit our DMs, man. DMs are wide open for any type of conversations. We love conversations like this where it can get controversial, where we can speak our opinions and our minds and our feelings on it. So shoot us messages if y'all have any other type of conversations like that. Before we wrap out, I do want to say thank you everybody that has been tapping into our socials. Y'all rocking out with us. We rocking out with you. Am I missing anything? Oh yeah, Photos by T. She still got that July thing going on here. Let me put that up real quick before we tap out of here. Bam. She got that mini photo session that's still going on. I think she got $75 at the place of your choice. She's been getting some clients coming in, y'all. So y'all tap in with us so y'all can get these photos, man. Awesome work, awesome photography. Other than that, do we have anything else that I'm missing, fellas, that I need to bring up?
Nope. I believe we are off next Saturday.
We off next Saturday and Wednesday. We off for the week, y'all.
Yeah, we off for the week. So y'all won't see us during the week or next Saturday. Other than that, man, y'all know what it is, man. This family talk, let's discuss it. Y'all make sure y'all tap in on all of our socials. We got Apple Podcasts, we got Spotify, newly now on Amazon Music. Y'all can tap in with us on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. Other than that, man, great show. We'll see y'all not next week, the week after. Y'all stay blessed, and we will tap out of here as soon as I find this ending thing. I don't know why I don't be on point, y'all. Point lately. Here it is. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great Saturday. We'll see y'all.
Nobody ever take this moment from me. So we go while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good.